Geuka kushoto. Kwa kusimama. Soto. Go.
This program started, His Excellency the President gave us a mandate. We are now with you, people of universities, and I think you are enjoying such a program here. So be positive right from the beginning, that as you go to your schools, you go with that message. The President derived his powers. Every citizen must be patriotic. Section 29 of the National Objectives and Principles of State Policy, it is a duty number 1 to be patriotic and loyal to our country. You cannot love your country if you don't know what it is. What is our identity? What makes us Uganda? So I think there is a need now to teach us that we should love our country, Uganda. We should defend it. We should be loyal to it. We should guard the resources jealously. Some people love this country so much to the extent of even dying for it. We've seen, we've heard, and we've read about people who died for our country.
Now we understand our president. But some of us, especially you the young people, may not appreciate why things are the way they are now. As Uganda, no, I think segment I'm being close. I talk of a century ago. We didn't have a country called Uganda, but we had societies. No wonder some of you glorify your tribes more than your nationality. Right? You find somebody is saying, okay, congratulations. So what? I'm a mkonjo. Good. So the people who the colonialists from here came also from elsewhere. None of you is an original Ugandan. Are you aware of that? All of us are inclusive of visitors. Unless there is a bushman here. Do you have a Mutua around here? A Mutua among us. They are not allowed to be here.
My name is Brigadier General Felix Friday, first spokesperson. I'm at Mountains of the Moon University, the invitation of the Patriotism Secretariat to talk to university students in this room. And my discussion this morning was on the history of Uganda, the highlights from 1000 AD, the present, and why we teach these young people history. We want them to know where the country has come from, and therefore why it is where it is, and where it will wish to go. And unless you know your history, you can't know those things. Secondly, we believe this country is going to be sustained by its youth. Now the youth that are not informed are actually dangerous to the country. So it's better that you know their country, and once they know the country, then they will understand it, they will be convinced and then convicted to defend this country at all costs.
General Felix Leite, you've really motivated us with the wonderful history of our country. Some of us left history when we were in high school, but it is of great pleasure to gain some consciousness about our Ugandan history, even at the university. We are requesting that at least we should have such trainings each year for our own good and the goodness of our country, Uganda.
Ishek! 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 Ishek!
So once you venture into something, exercise your ability. But otherwise, if you can't afford at least 3 meals, again you are in hell. But what does it mean? Because you think, it will force you to think and say no. Since I cannot afford 3 meals, I'm going to work very hard, such that it will not last for this period. And after that, liberate you. So life is about sorting out challenges. But in Africa, you have one problem. Every challenge we meet or we encounter, we think the world has come to an end. But life is about challenges. And the reason why I'm bitter with our education system, I'm not lamenting, but I'm saying you I'm bitter. It will make you focus on only one aspect of life. Such that in life, everything, challenges will come from all corners. But for you, it has made you focus on only one area. When you are outside there, the problems are all over the place. Then you get lost. That's why I told you, when you read and read everything, you never get lost. I've gone through a very stressing period. But because of the knowledge I have, I fought depression. Because the moment you get depressed, you run a risk of even getting a stroke. And it's an integral part of life. Why have I been able to do it? I've read and I'm widely read. Because whatever happens to you, it's not happening to you for the first time. And you are not the first one. But if you are not informed, you may think the world has come to an end. When circumstances dictate that you walk, you walk. The only unfortunate thing I see, people are walking on foot from Fort to go and pray. Why don't they walk on foot to go and look for opportunities to work? That's why I have an issue. It's not bad to pray. And it hinted on it. You open the Bible. When Christ came, he taught us how to pray. I closed my eyes and I recited that prayer. It took me 40 seconds. Now for me to convince me that I go for night prayers, now praying what? When I need 40 seconds.
Jesse. Afande wetu ni nani? Afande, So we are here to train people, to tell them that you can do something. Tuleke kwelaga. These programs are here to develop us. We have a lot. I'm going to highlight some. These programs are here to highlight us, to help us. For instance, Emioga and PDM. This money, actually, we don't record it back to us. It remains with you, within your circle. You benefit, you have free entry and exit. If you have grown rich from Emioga or PDM, you can decide to leave and say, me now, I'm rich now, I can't sit again with you. You can go after getting rich. Because now, it's almost becoming a law. We need everybody to be rich. You must have money and food in your house. This is a must. Yes. This system of laziness, pretending, and for us, we are not selective. Whether you are who or who, come, participate in this government program, benefit, be rich, take your children to school, buy medicine, buy clothes, have a modern life. That's one of the main goals.
What is your role as the youth? In one, keeping that peace and security is your responsibility also. You have a contribution to make. If you want Uganda to remain peaceful and stable, so that you can benefit from the benefits that we see and many are coming, then you will not promote a strike that will destroy things in your university. Then there you are causing instability at that small level. Then you will not sleep for 12 hours because there is peace and security. There you are not adding positively to maintain sustainable peace. then you are becoming more of a dependent than contributing. When there is peace and security and stability, then you can sit in your university and think, what can I create that will add value to the development of Uganda? You are in a time when IT is high and you are very, very able to create these solutions. There are many apps which come up, and I know one of you can create an app that can make the whole world to know about these 52 craters in Uganda. Do you have any other country that has 52 crater lakes? Read and research more, and if you find that they are only in Uganda, then already I'm giving you a project that can bring you money either on YouTube or in the tourism world. Just put a few heads of yours together. If you look around your environment, I have started by telling you how Uganda is socio-economically transforming. People are no longer seeing themselves as in the past. Cities have been created in every region. The cities, as they was telling us here, city of Mbale used to be known for Marewa, but now they are known for coffee. The city of Kabale, which used to be known for Irish and sorghum, now they are known for what? Iron ore and tourism. Fort Portal, which used to be known for what? For Gonja? It used to be known for timber, for robbers, but now it is known for tourism. When you hear, yes, NASA. Somebody is saying Fort Portal is used to be known for romance. It should romance is a good word. Let me tell you, love was created by God. If you do not love, you are not fit to live. Because if you do not love, then that means you are of the devil. But what is love? That's another thing. Some people misuse that word. Not 14th February. There is no love on that day. You know 14th February? Yes. That is not the love that we are talking about. That is a fake love, the pretense. So, when you hear concepts like socio-economic transformation, don't leave them in academics only. Translate them on the ground. What do they mean? Socio-economic. Social, you can find you are interacting with soldiers. That is social change for the better, because it used to not happen. When you see buses and trucks are moving throughout the night, that is economic transformation, because there used to be robbers on the way. What are they carrying? They are carrying food. That is economic transformation. What do they bring back? Mabati, cooking oil, soap, what? All of them made in Uganda. That is economic transformation. So those are the advantages that come with peace and security.
I was told three things, and I'm going to say them as crude and local as they were, because those are the treasures that I have kept. He taught me obsheja babwetera. In Runyankore, it means if you really want to be a man, you need to earn it. Obsheja babwetera. Another word is en square goku ne kugamba ne goku no jehohora. En square kwe tabsha utarbabsha. When people talk about you today, they don't know who you really are, because all of us are under formation. And today, we have different types of parents in our society. We have 4 parents. Avoidant parents who are too busy to be with their children. We have permissive parents who allow you to do anything and get away with it because they don't have time to parent you, and that's all they know. Then we have authoritative parents. Then we have authoritarian. There are those parents who say it is his way and nothing else. And so that type of parent develops a child who has double color. In front of that parent, you pretend to be humble. And immediately this parent turns their back, the true self version of you comes out. And that goes on, and you try to impress that other parent. Now, when we are at university, we've all crossed that age into adulthood. If you happen to have the 4 types of parent, you have a chance to reparent yourself as a youth. In psychology, we have what we call reparenting yourself. Today, you don't have to blame your yesterday. You have a new chance to reparent yourself and be the child or be the man that you really want to be. What does a parent do in your life? They guide you. They help you to keep on course. They help you to keep focused. Not so? But many of the people here, I don't think most of your parents had an impact on you. Do you agree with me? But a parent doesn't have to be 100% biological. Today you are meeting mentors, people who have lived lives, and I believe some of you have admired some people. And you're just going to need one person in your life to transform your life for the rest of your life. Good and great leaders don't have to live for the rest of their lives. Do you agree with me? There are people we celebrate today who are no longer alive, but they transformed who we are, how we think, how we operate, and how we will live this country. Do you agree with me? So today, you may not have a parent you look up to, but it is your responsibility to identify someone you really admire, someone that you do anything to let their legacy live on through you. A great leader inspires others to follow them in their footsteps.
Have a motto? For God and my country. Meaning that you must be selfless for this country. Go beyond yourself. So, number one role for you, the young people, in socio-economic transformation of this country is give yourself. Be patriotic. Give this country your energy. And one of the key energies you need right now is to study and excel academically. When the president was launching this program in 2009, he said among the key issues you should tell the people or the young people when you go to their schools is 1, study and excel academically. But before that, fear the Lord. For it is from his fear that wisdom comes. Nelson Mandela mentioned that the greatest weapon we can use to change this world is education. Because when you know, you can scratch for yourselves. Because when you've been sharpened by giving knowledge to you, you can fend for yourself. Now, these are some of the facts that I want to share with you quickly. Nearly 50% of the developing countries, their population is 78% youth. That is youth and children. 2, there is 1.2 billion between the age of 15 to 30 years old in the country, in the world, and Uganda is not very far from that. These elders you are seeing here are this long stick going down forward. So if it is a problem, our problem is here. If it is a challenge, that is the challenge we should be handling. There is what we call the youth bag, and it represents both a challenge and an opportunity. The youth represent the change required for a better future. The youth are the heartbeat of our nation. The youth today are ill-equipped with all the gadgets you have. With all the TVs you watch, you're still ignorant. Do you agree? Can I receive an asante sana for that? In as much as you've gone to school, you are still ignorant. It's a genuine fact. Therefore, for the youth to be able to embrace socio-economic transformation, they must be equipped to obtain gainful employment even outside what normally is desired. Despise not small beginnings. What is your role? Study and excel academically. 2, get involved in the decision making of your country as young people. Get involved in the programs of government. Grab opportunities availed to you by the government, one of which is the Youth Livelihood Program, the Uganda Women Empowerment Program, EMIOGA, the Youth Capital Venture, and the Presidential Youth Skilling. Be leaders. Speak for fellow youth.
Mindset and different backgrounds. But how do you adapt to those situations if you want to succeed in life? Because you will not always be in the same environment and same situations. Different situations, different environments. The difference is on how you adapt, how you interpret the same environment and situation. So it takes self-management. Another skill is self-awareness. Who are you? Know yourself. Know your abilities. Know your capabilities in relation to the environment. The moment you recognize your own emotions and how they affect your thought and behavior, then you know your strengths and weaknesses, and you will develop self-confidence. Some of you, you are driven by feelings. I hear yes. You are driven by feelings without self-control.
I wish there was a chance which I tested one time. You know, during my time, I'm not going to say it because you said I'm Rock of Ages. We had occasion not to learn, not to study where we were born. It was intended that where you are born, you don't study there for senior 1 to 4 or senior 1 to 6. Study somewhere else. I didn't know the reason behind it until now, when I'm realizing, oh, a lot of people don't know what Uganda is all about. The people, the different environments. Yes, we are under one atmosphere, but we vary so much. Kaorole, Kasese, Bundibugyo, Karamoja, West Nile, wherever. They are different. But if we knew them, if we slept in there, we talked to the people, ate the foods, made friends, we would love it more. We need to mix. You can't be so diverse. To know it, you have to be there, right? So to me, one big factor that should actually make us very patriotic is to know our country as we know our palm, right? We don't know. There's a lot of ignorance. A lot of ignorance from young people to the old people. Some people are born in one place and die in the same place. And what can you talk about Uganda? Right? Anyway, I didn't come here just to talk many things. I was given just to say hello. But one time I think I should prepare enough when you have your place, Mountains of the Moon University, as a center to host this kind of very important teaching line, you know, from these experienced people to tell us about our country. With the idea of making us love our country. With the idea of making us enjoy our country. Universities should never be centers of excellence in teaching, learning only. There should be elements of training. There is a lot That's not done in classes here, through lectures and all that, but this kind of training, especially from different people who are not our lecturers or teachers or whatever, impact on the students differently, and it gives them something for the future, especially if you concentrate on skilling these people, giving them extracurricular information that will help them in the future. These students, yes, if they don't understand the purpose for which they come to universities, the responsibilities they have as students and the responsibilities they aim to have after university, that's when they go into illicit strikes and all that. But if they know they are people of responsibility from the time they join and the time they leave the university, no strikes. In any case, to me, strikes is redundancy. Keep them engaged and there will not be strikes.
The purpose of this course was really to inculcate the values and norms, positive attitudes among the trainees so that really they can have transformed mindsets for their personal and national transformation. So really the 3 days through the training they have passed through, the lessons conducted. We believe they are better than they came here. We believe they are really partially transformed, really better than they were, to be able to analyze issues objectively, to understand their country, to help others transform themselves into citizens, and so on and so forth. So this course is usually good for people to raise their level of consciousness, ideologically, to raise their level of consciousness, politically, to understand their country, to love one another, to love themselves, to have discipline, and do better, behave well like Ugandans. The high-level students who are completing their courses, and soon they are going to be ushered into the working community, public life, and we need such people who have transformed mindsets to take over the affairs of the nation when we move out. So that's kind of preparing them to become better civil workmanship, to become better soldiers, to become better workers. Students have little confidence in us, and in fact most of them think we are leadership or dealt with corrupt tendencies. I don't blame them, but as you can see, when you look at where we are coming from as a country, we spent 24 years of post-independent period in chaos, and since 1986 we have been engaged in reconstruction and the socio-economic transformation of our country. We've had no time or little time to conduct such courses among the public and especially among the leadership, especially the civil servants of Uganda. If we have had that opportunity to inculcate good norms and values among our people, things would have been different.
My name is Julius Dan, a student at Mountains of the Moon and the Guild President of Mountains of the Moon University. Since the commencement of this training, we've had a lot to learn as young people, as student leaders of the 4 institutions that have been here, and we've had good facilitators. We've learned how best as youth we can be engaged in the socio-economic transformation of our country. We've also learned on how to station ourselves for the opportunities that are outside there. And being patriotic, of course, as one's love for his nation, it starts with you loving yourself, and as students we've been impacted with a lot of knowledge. For instance, you see when we go to brain drain, which most of our fellow youth are going for, but we see that in Uganda, as a Pearl of Africa, we are very vast with opportunities. Only as youth we've been misled, and we only need what we call ideological cleaning, which has been done for the 3 days we've been here, so that mindset change of the youth. You know what I may say, decolonizing our minds, that opportunities are here. We can well establish and have at least something that can earn you 1,000 at the end of the day, instead of being used by some people with self-interest. We've learned much to do a lot with engagement with the community, and from here we are very impressive. We thank the initiators and especially the Office of the President for having thought of university students, and as university leaders, the 200 who have been trained, we shall disseminate this information to the areas, to our areas of residence and other colleagues of ours who have not been here for the socio-economic transformation of our country, Uganda.
Vivian from Prince University. The 3 days we've been here have been very useful to us because it has really sharpened our mindset, and it has brought us to understand that we are not supposed to go out to the government crying looking for jobs, but rather the capital is in our hands. It has really taught us to be responsible citizens and to love our country and to love patriotism. Henceforth, it is helping us to protect and guide our sources in Uganda.
Muzee kakutali weza kuijenga.